Hey, it's September in Ireland and I'm out foraging for elderberries. You might be able to see the tree here in the background, although it can be hard to notice from further away because they kind of just blend in with the environment, but once you come close, you'll notice them. I'm excited to forage for them because come winter, I want to have them in my cupboard. I want to make a drink from them, and I find them really useful in supporting my immune system through winter. Whenever I get a cold or I'm feeling sick, elderberry has been really useful for me. So I'm really excited to forage this one. To identify it, there's a couple of things. So the berries themselves start off as green, and then they go into this deep purple colour. They have stems then that I'll show you them. I'll show you this one first. But you might be able to see here that there's a couple of slightly green ones. This one here would be quite green. So they start off as that green and then they go into this deep purple, almost black colour. And they grow on a stem that's pinkish, reddish, purplish, greenish. This one here, you can see that it goes more into this reddish, purplish colour. The stems of them do. And they grow drooping down from the tree in an umbrella shape. You can see the umbrella shape that it's kind of formed, and they grow in flat clusters. So you can see how they have this like this kind of flatness in the front, and they look like an umbrella. Then the leaves themselves, they are a green mat and they're pointy at the top, and behind them it's paler. It's like a paler green. So that's the leaves. So the way the leaves grow, they grow opposite each other. So if there is a leaf on one side, it'll have another leaf grown right opposite to it. So that's the leaves. And then you have the bark, which is, the bark of it is like a light brown, and it has this cork-like texture to it. And then once it gets older, you have these creases that start to form into the bark. So it literally, I always think of it that, like, especially when the bark is older, it looks elderly because it has these creases and these lines, and that's really beautiful. But I love that about the elder tree. It literally looks elderly. I love that. That's the tree, and that's how I identify it. The stem and the leaves of the elder tree are toxic, so you want to make sure that you separate the berries from the stems. Just have berries in the bunch. The berries themselves also contain cyanide, which is a poison, but once you cook them, the toxin is neutralized. So they're safe to eat once you cook them. And interestingly enough, there is cyanide in other fruits and veg, like apples, for example. Like that was a random one I learned recently. But I'm really excited to forage these because I'm going to make a tincture with birch polypore mushroom and with the elderberries. So I'm really excited for that, and come winter I think that's really going to support my immune system, and it'll be nice to have just a drink that I made myself from what I foraged. It just feels like such a nice way to take care of yourself. I think as well as a beginner forager, what's really helpful is to walk with the seasons. So get to know the trees and the plants throughout all the seasons, and I think that's really been building up confidence inside myself. So for example, with the elder tree, it's like watching it, for example, during spring, watching the elder flower during spring, and then come August you see the berries start to pop up. Building that familiarity with a tree, I think, is really helpful as a beginner forager, but I think it really connects you as well to yourself and to the environment that you're in. Because you just know what your environment looks like through the seasons. So yeah, that's been really helpful for me as a way to connect with myself and with the environment around me, and to also just be more confident in what I'm foraging. Because when you're first starting to forage, I think so many things can look like each other. Like, yeah, just so many things like that can look like each other, and then as time goes by, like there's so many moments that I had to myself, how did I even think that looks like that other plant? But you just do when you're beginning, and you're not aware of what's in your environment and what the plant looks like, and also what the plant looks like at different stages of growth, and just different stages in the seasons, just how the plant moves with the season. But it's really helpful, I think, and that's been really helping me build up my confidence as a forager. So yeah. But these are elderberries and the elder tree, and I'm really glad that I'm able to share this with you. So thank you. Take care. Bye.